Oh, yes. Um, when you go through the telephone system of all the commercial banks, yeah. Can you see if anybody's broadcasting any radio frequencies? Poop. Now, I know as a banker, okay, there's what's known as the executive compensation and these retention programs, banks and other financial institutions. Yeah. They do some really nice agreements and are generally structured as non-qualified retirement plans for federal income tax purposes and based on individual agreements with selected bank employees. Yes, the bank owned life insurance, the BOLI, in connection with many other deferred comp. When I was a financial consultant, they did. Washington Mutual bought some of this life insurance. Yeah. And then JP Morgan Chase purchased them. Yeah. Could you give me every bank branch of JP Morgan Chase? Yes. And then the telephone system, Jamie Dimon? Yes. And then any radio frequencies that are being broadcast through where you're kind of sitting there listening to your left ear about what you should be doing. You know, my brain is not a radio, but for some reason I can keep hearing. Now, you would say I'm crazy. Right. I'm hearing voices. Whoop. Isn't that right? I'm not hearing what I'm hearing. Yes. There's no way to sew a radio signal into the actual neurological functions of a United States citizen with the intention of them being able to hear whatever somebody else is saying. Now, this nose that you say the nose knows, poop, poop. Why don't we look at this? Because I'm going to want to know the deferred compensation agreements of all of those executives in the individual banks of this nation, whether they're foreign or not. Yes, yes, yes. And these index retirement plans or revenue neutral. Yes. Now, let's say uh, that you don't want to enforce the laws right now. Who are you listening to today? Are you hearing voices in your brain? Is there somebody that you're following the orders of? Yes. Now you don't have any dogs or lookalikes or twins as employees of commercial or retail banks where there's a deferred compensation agreement between the executive. And then you decide you're going to let your dog manage the banking operation. Yeah. And your dog looks like you, and somebody convinced you that, well, it'd be better if you stayed home and let the dog run the bank instead of the individual employed as the executive. When you think about suing, yes, for all the deferred compensation agreements,